Hello, class. So today we'll be looking at GPS 32, which is factoring trinomials by grouping, part 2. So in this GPS, we're pretty much going to continue from the last GPS, which was grouping, factoring by grouping, right? Oops. Yeah, which was factoring by grouping. And it's just more practice problems that you'll see in a few minutes. All right. So pretty much very similar to the previous GPS, right? How many terms do you see? We see 3 terms, right? So if there's 3 terms, what do we do? AC method, right? The AC method would be 3 times 15. And what's 3 times 15? 3 times 15 is going to give us 45. Okay, and what do we do? List factors of 45. What are they? 1 and 45, 3 and 15, and what else? 5 and 9, right? Now remember, we always look at the last term, the C term. All right, the C term is a plus. So therefore, we need to add to make a negative 14. So which one of these add gives me a negative 14? 5 and 9, right? So what do? We rewrite this first term. That's going to be 3x squared. Now, the thing that's different about this one is that we need to make a negative 14x now. How do we make a negative 14x? Well, it has to be a negative 5x and a negative 9x, right? So double check. That gives us a negative 14, right? So that's really the only thing that's different, right? Before it was a plus in the middle, right? They're all pluses. But now the middle sign is a minus. So you just got to make sure that the 2 terms you're choosing is going to give us a negative 14, right? And then we should bring down the 15 over here. So plus 15, right? Okay. Now what do? 4 terms, we group factor, right? Remember this from the last GPS? So we just group factor. What can I factor from the first 2? I can factor out an x. What's left over? 3x minus 5. What can I factor from the next 2? Remember, if this one's a minus, right? If this term is a minus, you always factor out a negative, right? So now we're going to factor out a negative 3. So I factor out negative 3, all the signs change. That's going to give me a positive 3x minus 5. And then what's in common? 3x minus 5. Oopsie. And what's left over? X minus 3. Okay, and that's it. That's our solution. That's the factored form. All right, let's look at the next one. So pretty much same thing, right? How many terms are there? 3 terms, right? So we use AC method. 4 times 3. 4 times 3 is 12. What are factors of 12? 1 and 12, 2 and 6, 3 and 4, right? And we look at this term, it's a plus. So we have to add to make a negative 8. Which one add gives me 8? 2 and 6. Right? 2 and 6 add gives me 8. So what do? Rewrite the first term. Okay, now I gotta make a negative 8 using 2 and 6. So how do I make a negative 8 using 2 and 6? Negative 2x minus 6x, right? And again, negative 2x minus 6x should give me a negative 8x. And then I just bring down my 3. Plus 3, right? Okay, now what do? I group factor, group, 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 group. What can I factor in the first 2? I can pull out a 2x. What's left over? 2x minus 1. What can I factor from here? Negative 3. What's left over? 2x minus 1. What's in common? 2x minus 1. What's left over? 2x minus 3. Okay, that's it. And the rest are pretty much the same thing. So maybe you want to pause the video right now and try the rest of them on your own. Okay, so and then you can come back and watch the videos after you're done to check the answers. All right, so I'm just gonna continue. You try the rest of them on your own. Okay, so same thing, AC method, right? 3 terms, AC method will be 1 times 12, right? The coefficient here is always a 1, imaginary 1, right? So it'll be 1 times 12, which is going to be 12. And then what are factors of 12? 1 and 12, 2 and 6, 3 and 4. And now I need to add, remember I'm looking at this term here, that's a plus. So I need to add to make a negative 8. Which one of these add gives me negative 8? It's going to be 2 and 6, right? So what do? Rewrite this term. That's going to be x squared. And I got to make a negative 8 using 2 and 6. So negative 2x minus 6x. And then I'm going to bring down my 12, right? Plus 12. And always double check. Make sure that negative 2x plus 6 net minus 6x is going to give us negative 8x, right? Which it does. Now we group factor. What can I factor from the first two? We can pull out an x. What's left over? X minus 2. What can I factor from the next two? A negative 6, right? Remember, if that term's a negative, you're always going to pull out a negative. That's left with x minus 2, right? All the signs change. So now what's in common? X minus 2 is in common, and then x minus 6 is in common. All right, and that's it. Okay, for the next one. So, oopsie. So, AC method, right? So it'll be 1 times 36. So that's just going to be 36. What are factors of 36? 1 and 36, 2 and 8. 18, 3 and 12, 4 and 9, right? Now we need to add again, right? So remember, we look at this sign. That says plus. So we need to add to make a negative 12. Which one of these terms add gives me a negative 12? It would have to be, oopsie, we don't have it. Oh, you know why we don't have it? Because we forgot one of the factors. What's another factor I left out? 6 and 6. Yep, that's why. Okay, that's why I like to go in order, in case you miss a factor. Yeah, so I forgot 6 and 6. So that's why. So there you go. I use 6 and 6 to make a negative 12, right? I add those to get 12. So here is x squared, right? How do I make a negative 12? It must be negative 6x and then minus 6x, right? And again, negative 6x minus 6x is a negative 12. Now I bring down my 36 plus 36. I group factor now. Group, 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 group. What can I factor in the first two? I can pull out next. What's left over? X minus 6. What can I factor from this group? I see a negative here, right? So I got to pull out negative 6. What's left over? X minus 6. What's in common? X minus 6. What's left over? X minus 6. And that's it. For the next one. Oh, and that's it. Okay, yeah, see? So it's pretty short. Right, so again, if you got lost anywhere, just pause the video, replay it, and I'll see you next time.